Hi, I'm Jaqueline P'ng and you're watching the HTV Evening Highlights. Asiata Group is set to make its entry into Nepal's telecommunication market. This after it agreed to buy a controlling stake in the country's #1 mobile operator, Ncell, for 5.9 billion ringgit. Asiata says it entered a deal with Telia Sonera and SEA Telecom Investments to buy Renault's holding, which in turn holds an 80% stake in Ncell. According to Asiata, Ncell has 13 million subscribers in Nepal. That's nearly half of the subscriber market share there. Asiata President and Group CEO Dato Sri Jamaluddin Ibrahim describes the acquisition as a rare opportunistic asset for Asiata. He expects Ncell to be one of the highest contributors to earnings for the group. Additionally, Asiata believes that Ncell's strong cash flow generation, with an operating free cash flow of over 923 million ringgit per year, would further support its dividend-paying policy. If everything goes smoothly, the deal will solidify Asiata's position as one of the leading mobile operators in the region. The group has already positioned itself in 5 key South Asian countries, and the acquisition should increase its total number of customers to over 280 million from 268 million currently. MRCB is in talks with Indonesian and Thai firms to enter the property and construction sector in the 2 neighbouring nations. This is part of its efforts to simultaneously grow its business and pare down debts. According to our colleague Kamarul Anwar at the Financial Daily, Executive Director Muhammad Imran Muhammad Salim says MRCB is looking at executing a deal with the parties sometime in 2017. However, he was unable to name the local parties MRCB has been talking to due to confidentiality agreements. Kamarul Anwar says MRCB is also open to selling its Eastern Dispersal Link Highway or EDL in Johor, but the focus is now on restructuring EDL's debts. The highway, which was completed in 2012, had 1.2 billion ringgit of outstanding debts. In total, MRCB is saddled with some 3 billion ringgit in debts, as at the end of its third quarter, net borrowings stood at 1.13 times its equity. The price of crude oil has skidded to an 11-year low, and analysts say it still hasn't hit the bottom. This as weak demand and a global oversupply continue to push price lower, and that's not good news for oil exporting countries. Brent crude futures, which is the international benchmark for crude oil, fell to as low as $36.06 per barrel today. This is the weakest level since 2004 and below the $36.20 mark hit during the 2008 global financial crisis. And still, countries the like of Russia, Iran, Libya and the US are continuing to pump. Over the past year, the price of oil has halved to below $40 a barrel. That spelled cheaper fuel at the pump, but also tumbling revenues and downward pressure on the currencies of oil exporters like Malaysia and Venezuela. Even OPEC nations like Saudi Arabia have been forced to hike interest rates to protect their currencies. Back in 2008, experts were expecting oil to hit the $2,000 level. As clouds of controversy continue to swirl around vaping, the Health Ministry says it has nothing to do with the move by some state governments to ban the sale of vape devices and liquids. Deputy Minister Dato Sri Dr. Hilmi Yahya says the ban was decided by local authorities. In the meantime, the Health Ministry's special committee is studying the effects of vaping on health. It will issue a statement soon on its plan to control the use of vapes. Angry traders have been clamoring the Health Ministry to clarify the vape sale ban. Just this morning, a group representing SME entrepreneurs called on Minister Dato Sri S. Subramaniam to make a clear stand.
Ikhlas hari ini mohon supaya Menteri Kesihatan buka mulut. Kita nak jawapan daripada beliau. Kita tak lama dengar suara beliau. Kita nak tahu apa sebenarnya berlaku.
Johor and Kelantan are already planning to ban vape and vape-related businesses starting next year. Meanwhile, KL will no longer issue licenses to vape traders and is now mulling what it should do with existing retailers. There are also reports of police raids, seizures of both liquids and vape devices, and even arrests across the country. COP says these vapes are now the new way for drug users to get high in a discreet way. And that wraps up the evening highlights. I'm Jaqueline P'ng. Thank you for watching.